Guys, Deluded Gooner, YouTube's N'Golo Kante. Arsenal won, West Bromwich Albion won. Sadly, we dropped points which we really shouldn't have. F Mike Dean. Anywho, back into the game. Now we knew what we had to do going into the game. Next week we've got Chelsea. If you're a pessimistic Arsenal fan, or if you just go on how our last few meetings have been, yes, we beat them at home last year, but you think we're gonna get slapped. We need to take 6 points. Obviously, I'm talking in relation to beating Palace and trying to beat West Brom. 6 points, damage limitation. We're at the period of the season where where we need to just get out of into January and out of that next week and things like that when the FA Cup comes into it, inner the pack and still involved in matters that concern getting into the top 4. That's what we need to do. And when you consider we missed out on top 4 by a point, the margins are small, so we can't afford to keep dropping points. In regards to the lineup, there weren't too many eyebrows. Well, in fact, I'm lying, because Ozil, I'm pretty sure, like all of us, Ozil's got plans for New Year's Eve and he wasn't finna spend a good portion of his preparations on the train or coach coming home from Midlands, from London to London. So yeah, there was no Ozil. Chambers came into the side, well, stayed into the side. There weren't really there wasn't anything else other than that of note, at least I can remember, at least if I can remember correctly. Shout out to Gibbs as well. But yeah, going into the game, man, I think Brom looked like a 4-3-3 at least initially. Yeah, they ain't won in 29. I mean, they've won only 2 in 29. So yeah, going into the game, you're thinking we need to just go and do our job. We all remember what happened here last year. That being said, it was a weird game, especially that first half. First 5 minutes in particular went to us. We had in the first 3 minutes alone, about 2-3 corners. We were getting in behind. You can see initially Wilshere, Jack Wilshere, Alexis, and a couple others were up for it. We really looked like we were going to do something. That being said, I can't lie, Matt Phillips was scaring me 1-versus-1 with Kolasinac, whatever you want to call him. Probably the worst game I've seen him play in an Arsenal kit. 1-versus-1, he was getting skinned, and I don't know if he's really injured. But yeah, after that, I mean, bar that, as the game grew on, I'd say like the 10-minute stage, Brom are not really troubling us, but they're not really scared. They're having a goal. Like, they just need to be a bit more braver in possession. And once that clicked for them, they started flinging it about and having that. That being said, of course, because of the golfing quality, we were going to pile on pressure. And they did spend large portions of the first half just having to withstand that and things like that. But on the general bar in that first half, just a quick note, like, they did all right. They really did all right. 6th minute, Matt Phillips beat Cola, and it was way too easy, man. I'm so sure that same minute Czech dropped the ball as well, and it was looking like Arsenal really going to do this bottling thing again. End of the year, you're really going to do this. 7th minute, Lacazette, I think Lacazette, Xhaka and Bellerin were involved in some good bit of play. Iwobi in the 15th minute, after a good pass from Alexis Sanchez, blazed over the bar. And you can see Alexis Sanchez realise, alright, cool, Ozil isn't here, let me drop deep and do this thing. His playmaking is very underrated. And then to a point, I'm actually thinking, alright, cool, Iwobi, you're decent, but you're not on taking on your man, and you're frustrating me a lot on the flanks. Come off the flanks, let's put you inside, because you can play deep, we can put you in central midfield, you'll get the ball, you can recycle it, he's a continuation player. We do that, Jack Wilshere can now go further forward and be that 10. Alexis can, rather than drop deep, be in possessions he wants to threaten, but we got Lacazette because of no service dropping. Iwobi wants to come inside anyways, as does Bellerin. Lacazette the same, Alexis the same, and it's just looking narrow and way too thingy. Like, you're just thinking, alright, cool, what are we going to do? We need to play direct. Foster has not saved anything. First 20 minutes, really, other than the first 3-5, like I said, Brom grew into it. They had us under the cosh. They were putting in crosses. Matt Phillips was putting in crosses. Like, he was just skinning. The guy on the other flanks putting a number of crosses. And you're thinking Jay Rodriguez and Carnu, Robson Carnu, brave decision to play the ball for them up there. You're thinking all it takes is for one of them to get on the end of this and they're going to really trouble us. You're there thinking we need to stop the cross. Why are we watching the cross? Going into half-time, it's 0-0. You're thinking, all right, cool, we're too deep. We need to get pattern up on the 1-versus-1s. We actually need to shoot because Foster hasn't saved anything. We need to stop the crosses, like I said. We really just need to have a go and dig in deep, and we're not respecting it. Second half wasn't much better, in my opinion. It was another ball fest, man. There weren't really that much chances, except you could see when you hit Lacazette directly, chances can open up. 54th minute, he tested Foster. Our first real test, the first time I saw Foster actually save something. Again in the 62nd minute for Lacazette. You could see where it's going. In the all, as the game goes on and on and on, eventually, I can't even remember the minute, we get that free kick because of Hugazi. Alexis strikes it, it deflects off McLean. Why are you turning your back? You could very much be in dud of the weeks for that. Turns his back. It's 1-0, and we look like we haven't done enough, but we've finally got the breakthrough, and we're going to go back to London with the 3 points. No. Dying embers of the game. Mike Dean, he's actually was trash regardless, trash throughout the whole game. He's let himself down. How is Chambers? How is that handball? of course, West Brom are never going to say it's not a handball, and we wouldn't do the same. They take the pen. Check and penalties don't go together like oil and water. You know the end result there, folks. 1-1. We get shagged. There's a couple chances we could have done better in at the end of the game. But ultimately, it's 1-1 and it's 2 points dropped. And when you consider that last year, like I said, we only got top four, missed out on top four, sorry, by a point. The margins are fine, and we've really been shagged by the ref. But that being said, without even getting onto the ref, like I've said before when refs have let us down, if we did our jobs, turned up from the start, cut them open, that goal, that silly pen is just a consolation to the 5-1, to the 3-1, and we'll still be bickering about it, but it wouldn't have that direct effect on us. I don't want it to overshadow them. Czech got rattled and he's there in the press conference going mad, and rightly so, but we weren't good enough to take 3 points. We really wasn't. We really wasn't. The play was not good enough. We missed Mesut Ozil. Those of you who talk crap about the guy can see what he does. For me, I know I'm not a reactionary guy, guys, but it feels like the top four is gone now because we're in the most important period, I believe. Like I've told you guys, the December period. It feels a bit like deja vu last year. We missed out by a point last year, and we've now dropped 2 vital points, which weren't our fault to a degree. It does very much feel like, to me, we've missed out on top 4 now, man. Like, it's gone. Like, this just feels like one of the moments where it's gone. Like, it's gone. But the good thing is it's still mathematically possible. I don't think it's going to happen now, but it's still mathematically possible, guys. Anywho, enjoy your new year, man. There's no need to let Arsenal stress us today, man. Let's enjoy ourselves, whether you're going out, whether you're staying in with family, man. Let's just turn up. And a side note, Bellerin or Iwobi, you've got to improve with the end product, especially when we play 3 at the back, because there's so much space, especially for the fullbacks. Both of you are coming inside. Both of you are giving it away. Maitland-Niles, when he came on for Kohler, after Kohler got skinned, he offered more in the final third than both of you. Like, come on, Iwobi, you want to be first team, quite rightly. You've got to seize these chances. You're not going to score 10 goals if you keep shooting like that. Like, you really need to sit down and learn how to shoot. And I like Iwobi and Bellerin, and you guys know I'm a big fan of Bellerin. That's why I'm harsh on the guy. But this wasn't good enough today. What Brom, we can't lie, Brom were equal to it, and it would have been unlucky if we walked away with all 3 points. They deserved at least a point. In the fashion they got it, of course not, but they worked hard, man. And you knew regardless of them only winning 2 in 29, they were going to turn up against us. It's typical Arsenal stuff, but there's not much more to be said, man. Guys, DG, I'm signing out. Thank you very much for watching.